Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is February 26th. I think we got 2 days left in this month. The other day is the 26th. February is about up. February is gone. Just about. So if you saw the news or if you heard about a news anchor out of Sacramento was found dead in a hotel room. He's 43 years of age, married man, white guy. He was found dead in a hotel back in, what day did he die? He was back, it was last year. The December 27th, just a few days after Christmas, he was found dead, and his name was Chris Burrous. He was found dead in Los Angeles in a hotel room on December 27, 2018. They now know what he died from. Okay, so a few years ago, I did a video about methamphetamine and the methamphetamine issue here in Atlanta, which is a major, huge issue. Not just in the black community, but in the white community, the gay community, the straight community, the Asian community. Martians coming down here on meth. That's kind of sad that the Martians didn't got here and they didn't got on methamphetamine. But what was strange and odd, and I've known about this for a minute now, he died of a methamphetamine overdose. The meth was inserted into his anal area while he was having sex. So he met a guy at a hotel. I was going to read the story, but I'll just give you the link. Y'all can read all the great details. He met his sexual partner off Grindr, some man off Grindr. They got together and met at a hotel to have a sexual trial. Now, mind you, this man is married with a young child at home, white guy. He's a news anchor, well-known news anchor. They said beloved. Good morning program or some morning program of some sort. I don't know. I don't know what exactly, but anyway, it was for CBS News in Sacramento, I believe, California. Is it Sacramento, California? I think it is. But anyway, he met the guy, but I believe, if I'm correct, he was actually working in Los Angeles. Yes, he was working in Los Angeles at the time. He was only 43 years of age. He left behind a wife and a 9-year-old daughter. So he met the guy off Grindr. The guy came to the hotel room. They were fisting. I'm just telling what the report. I should read y'all this report, but it's so gross that I will attempt to find it. I really wish I had paused. I should have found that. But he died in the hotel room on December 27th. The coroner's report just came out, and it pointed out that he was in this hotel room having sex with another man. He inserted, the first time he put a rock of methamphetamine in his anal area, they had sex. And then he went back and did it a second time. Now, this is all in the same day. And this time it caused a issue. Where it caused him to have a stroke is what happened. And he got sick and started throwing up. He was wearing some type of mask on his face. And he was also doing poppers. Yeah, he was also doing poppers in there. He was with a guy that he met online. This is what I would say about this. Y'all, there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the gay community, black and white. Whenever I bring these stories up, a lot of people get very angry with me because I discuss this stuff. But let's just go back. Burrous, remember he's 43 years of age now. Remember, I'm 49, young. According to the report, he was found unresponsive at a Days Inn hotel room in Glendale with a male companion. Paramedics performed CPR, then transported Burrous to the Glendale Adventist Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead at 2:06 p.m. Now, this was taking place during the daytime. So he met up with the guy around 12 noon or 1 o'clock or whatever in the morning time at this hotel. Burrous was engaging in various sexual activities with the male companion who he met on the popular dating app Grindr. when he overdosed, according to a report from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiners. Burrous put the meth rocks up his anus before the sexual encounter, according to the report. He also wore a bondage mask that was covered in amyl nitrate, nitrate, which is poppers, which are inhalant drugs sometimes used to enhance sexual pleasure. He's survived by his wife, Ma Burrous, and has a 9-year-old daughter. An unidentified woman told investigators that she contacted his co-workers December 27th after realizing he was missing. She discovered that he had skipped a noon work meeting that day, something she thought was unusual. According to investigators' report, Burrous had met up with the male companion from Grindr about 4 times in the past 6 months. The companion, who was not identified in the report, told police that Burrous had used crystal meth in front of him during the past encounters. So this is not something that he had not done before. So I have known several guys in Atlanta had approached me here in Atlanta and told me stories of having sexual encounters here, where they went and met somebody online, and in the course of them having sex, without them knowing, someone inserted meth into their anal area, and they passed out. One guy in particular told me of a story where he went and met a guy here in Atlanta at a hotel, and they were having sex. As they were beginning to have sex, the guy was fingering his anal area. Now, if y'all don't, look, I'm just telling you what I was told. If this is disturbing to you, you all might want to go on to the next video. But this is what he told me. He said that he was in the room with the guy, and the guy was fingering his anal area, and, they were preparing to have sex. In the midst of all this, as he was preparing to have sex, somehow or another, he said he passed out. He said he didn't know what happened because he did have a drink, alcoholic beverage, and then he said, but when he woke up, there were all these guys standing around him. And they were like, "You okay?" We're waking him up, and he was like, "What is going?" He was real groggy, and there was these guys standing around him, and he didn't know what was going on. And he said that he had recollections of all these nude men, black guys, standing around him while he was in this dream world. So he stuck some stuff up. Wherever they did it caused him to pass out. It might have been some meth or some GHB, who knows? But it was inserted into his anal area. Now, later on, he found out the guy who did this to him has done this to multiple guys and brought them in, met them off Grindr or Jacked or whatever, met them at a hotel, drugged them up through their anal area, and then proceeded to have multiple guys run a train on this individual. This is how stupid these guys are. You done drugged up somebody, but they know these guys are not going to go to the police and tell because they're embarrassed about the whole situation. So that was one incident I heard about. And then I've heard story after story here in Atlanta about guys inserting meth, some not knowing their sexual partners doing this. One guy was told me that he would put the meth sprinkled onto his penis and then insert it into his sexual partner. And I've heard all kinds of stories, but you have to understand something. We have a huge methamphetamine problem in the city. And a lot of these guys are being introduced to meth through anal intercourse. Sounds kind of odd, huh? But then when I saw this report about this news anchor, he put the meth rocks up his ass himself. That's some dangerous ass shit. I don't think a lot of people understand that the anal area is when it's absorbs when you stick something into that area. Just like it's quickly absorbed into your bloodstream. So because it's entering into your body. I just found it very interesting that this killed this man. In Atlanta, I've known of several guys who died from meth overdoses here. And it's almost scary that the way that these guys, that meth ain't no damn joke. But I'm going to provide you some links where you can read the stories about the news anchor who passed away from the. I'm sure his wife was in total shock, or she might have known. She might have known. She might have known what was going on. It's just kind of odd. So this is what. Okay, here's another article. Investigators state that Burrous met a man online at Grindr, which is an app that you download to your phone for those who don't know, where they set up a date and let him meet at a hotel. Apparently, they had 4 previous interactions. The other article said 6. This one says 4. Burrous allegedly answered the door fully naked with his male partner when his male partner arrived. The whole room was set up with S&M toys, lubrication jelly, and a massage bench. They allegedly engaged in sexual activity that included anal and oral sex. During the night, and then it says night, but this happened at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so with no night involved in this. Well, it depends. Maybe he spent the night at the hotel. I don't think he did, though. But he says during the night, that's what this report says, Burrous is reported to have inserted a rock of meth into his anus after taking part in other sexual activities. He is said to have inserted another rock. All right, so during the night, Burrous is reported to have inserted a rock of meth into his anus. After taking part in other sexual activity, he is said to have put another rock into his anus. The other man said that Burrous was fine until he heard Burrous making a grunting noise. He then flipped him onto his back when he noticed that he had vomited inside his S&M mask. He was wearing some type of mask, this black mask or something. 911 was called, and he was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. If that ain't some well, so I've had, like I said, you guys, I've heard story after story after story here in Atlanta about guys who do meth in this way, inserted into, some do it purposely. Some people don't know. I have another friend of mine who I love dearly. And he went to, this is why I tend to kind of stay away from the gay community because there's just so much shit going on here. One of my friends, he went to a party at a mutual friend of ours' home. I was not invited to this party. So anyway, he went to the party. He was excited because he just got to Atlanta, new to the community, had recently been divorced from his wife. He also has children. He went to this party. He was telling me about going to this party, blah, 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 blah. And I had asked about the party, and he called me back and said, well, they didn't really want me to come. I was not invited. So it was no big deal because I was like, I don't care about that damn shit any damn place. I'm going to go to bed any damn way. So he went to the party where these guys drugged him and raped him. People he knew. They drugged him, raped him anally. He never went to the police. And listen to this. The only way he knew about this, they recorded it on their cell phone. And weeks later, he said when he left the party, he wasn't feeling right. He felt sick. He was in a lot of pain. He didn't really know what was going on because he didn't remember anything because he just didn't know and he didn't think much about it. But they had anally screwed this man so severe that he ended up having to go to the emergency room because they tore his rectum. That's what happened. Later on, a video surfaced where all these guys had lined up and screwed this man. They did not use condoms. And these are supposed to be people that he trusted. These are supposed to be people he thought were his friends. People that he didn't even know. And this was a couple years ago. But it changed his entire life behind this. Because he used to always be out of the clubs, drinking, laughing, having fun, and all that stuff. He stopped everything after that. And when I saw that video, I saw it. I was in shock. And I told him several times, you should take this video and go to the police and file charges. He was embarrassed because he has kids. He had just left his wife in South Georgia. He was new to Atlanta. He had just started working a good job. And he just didn't know, he was hurt by all this and angry. That's why, this is why you find so many black gay guys who are so mad at the whole wide world because of situations like this. Them guys brutally raped him, assaulted him in that video. And here's the funny part, the terrible part. They didn't care. The video was shot. You could see their faces. You could see him. It was just as clear as a bell. How that video got released, I'm not sure. But I saw it and a lot of other people saw it. And to this day, this man, he will not go to any gay activities at all. He won't go to a gay club, a gay party, a gay function. He was just devastated by this. Luckily, nothing came out of it STD-wise. Because they didn't use condoms in that video. And he was clearly passed out in this video. And I kept telling him, go to the police, file charges. He wouldn't do so. There's a lot of stuff going on within the gay community. I always tell people, young people, and I do these videos for these young folks, because a lot of young people come to Atlanta, are coming to the gay community trusting people. You can't trust these niggas. You can't trust them. Because they don't give a damn about you or your life or your health. They don't care. They don't care about their own life. This man that died, this news anchor, inserted that shit up his asshole himself. And he dead and gone. He didn't think about his wife, his kids. All he thought about was his sexual gratification. Inserting meth in your ass is kind of like, oh, okay, what is going on here? This is rather shocking. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause this just for 1 second. 1 second, hold on. Hey, what's up? Sorry about that. I had to take that call. I was waiting for it all morning, so I was waiting for that to come back. Yeah, I got it. But like I was saying, I do these videos for these young folks because they don't know no better. And they trust me. When I moved to Atlanta, I got lucky. I had some people I met who realized I was young and stupid. And they were nice to me. My friends were downright me. They let me know, you stupid, you green, you don't know shit. They would see me going places and doing stuff, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing, and why are you with this person? And at the time, I just thought they were hating on me. And I also thought maybe, but when I look back on it, there was genuine concern. Because I was new to Atlanta. They grew up here. I grew up in Gary, Indiana, and moved to Michigan and graduated high school in Cincinnati. I wasn't used to this environment here. You got some niggas that don't give a fuck. Gary, and I was a little kid when I left Gary, so I didn't really grow up as a teenager there. If I had grown up in the streets of Gary or in Chicago, I probably would know a lot of stuff. But I came here very naive. And a lot of people come into the gay community very naive about this lifestyle. And it ends devastating for them. It never ends well. It never ends well. In fact, I've had so many young people reach out to me and say, Walter, everything that you talk about, these videos, I've experienced it. I've seen it. I've encountered it. Meth will kill you. This man didn't realize, but I think it's a combination, in this particular guy's case, it's a combination of the meth being inserted in his asshole, which entered straight into his bloodstream. Probably the poppers didn't help either. And he might have even had some alcoholic beverages too at the same time. It was just a toxic cocktail that killed his ass. It took him out of here. And you think this man would be smart enough to know better. I've been around a long time, y'all. I've seen my friends use coke. meth, heroin. Dated a guy. I dated a guy that tried to get me to do some heroin. Inject heroin. I'm like, oh, hell no. I've been around all this stuff. And it never, ever, ever ends well for these guys. It never ends well. It always ends badly. It always does. Be careful out there, y'all. That's all I can say. Be careful. I'm going to post a link so you can read about this situation with this news anchor. I thought it was just very... At first I thought this must be fake. And then as I started reading the article after article after article, so this shit is real. This man really did insert this shit up his ass. But I know other people who do it. I know it's been done. I know it's been done. I know it has been done to people without their permission. You know, just like here in Atlanta, the guy was arrested for raping this woman at that nightclub up there, Opera, and he's now facing 2 counts of rape. Other people have come forward. There are other victims out there who don't want to come forward because they're ashamed. They're ashamed. And one day, my friend who was brutally raped, handsome, masculine, attractive young man, who didn't deserve that, maybe he will get the strength to come forward one day and prosecute the people who assaulted him. Because right now he's not ready. He feels he has too much to lose. And he just wants to go on with his life. And that's very difficult because I see this man all the time and I can see the hurt and pain in his face. And I always when I see him, I have to go up and give him a hug. And I say, everybody's not like that. And I always tell him that. And he always tells me, Walter, you're the only person that's been a true, genuine friend since the day I met you. And I said, yeah, because the day I met him, he was drunk as hell and we almost got into a fight. That's another we almost whooped that nigga's ass. But I realized he was out of his element. And it was that's how our friendship started. Because after we almost got into it at a bar here in Atlanta, he was drunk and it was just, we almost got into a physical confrontation. Now, I'm not a physical person, but I almost whooped that nigga's ass that day. And the next time he saw me, which is the next day at the gym, we had a conversation. He approached me. And then our friendship blossomed from there. So sometimes friendships do start under some strange circumstances. And that was when I started schooling him. You were so drunk. Why didn't your friends intervene? There's no way I would be out with a friend of mine and he's so drunk that he's stumbling and he's doing stupid shit and I don't go get him and say, oh shit, let me get this boy. They laughing at the situation, but it was not a funny situation at all. But anyway, I got to take care of a bunch of stuff. I got another video I want to do today because I've been behind on these videos. But today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. I feel like it's Wednesday. It's Tuesday, February 26th, the year is 2019. And I'm ready to start. I'm going to do this other video in a few minutes. So let me get this situation. So I'm going to put some links about this reporter, this anchor who died back in December. I just think it's a sad situation. And I'll be back in a short while. Enjoy your Tuesday, guys. I'm out of here.